Fashion Academy YouTube channel for another interesting tutorial. So today's tutorial will be drafting this particular yoke bustier with pleated flares. So I'll be showing you how to make this complete dress. Okay, so I'm going to guide you on how you are going to go about the dress. So now you can see I have my center front line and my basic bodice pattern drafted. So the first thing I want to do is to share my shoulder seam line. I believe you know how to draft your basic bodice pattern. So I'm going to connect my shoulder seam line to the bust point. And I'm going to take my bust radius. Okay, so my bust radius is the distance from the bust point to the under bust point. I have 3.5, so I just rotate the 3.5 all around. So whatever your bust radius is, please ensure you have it, dotted, so you'll be able to know where your neckline will sit and where your yoke will pass and all the rest. So now on this line, I'm going to also mark my 0.5. So I'll come off from that line by 3/4 of an inch, because I don't want unnecessary exposure of the neckline. So from here, I'm going to connect to my center front line. I'm coming up from my chest line on the center front by 1 inch. So I'll connect my neckline now. The neckline depends on you, okay? You can also connect directly. It depends on what you actually want. But for the purpose of this tutorial, I'll just come up by 1 inch. So if you're making yours and you feel you want to make a little alteration, you can do that. So I have to curve my ruler this way into this line, so I don't have to replace my upper or over bust dart. So now the over bust dart is usually 0.75 this way and 0.75 this way, and it works perfectly. So I'll connect it this way, as you can see right here. All right, so this is my over bust, which I will cut off. So I'm not replacing this because it runs into the armhole. So the next thing I want to do is to determine which neckline. The neckline I have here is my natural neckline. Okay, so if I'm making a turtle neckline, I will leave it the way it is, but I'll just step down by 1 inch. Okay, I'm coming down by 1 inch because I'm not making a turtle neck. So I'm going to connect the dotted lines right now. I will connect them, as you can see right here. Okay, so I've made my neck line. So we are done with the upper bodice. Next is to contour the under bust. So to contour the under bust, this is the center front. And since I have my center front, I'll be taking my under bust measurements, circumference divided by 4. I have 8.75. So whatever remains here, I have 1.5. I'm going to share 0.25 at the front and 1.25 outside it, and that will help contour or tighten my under bust. So I connect it like this. So whatever you have on your under bust circumference, divide by 4, measure and take what you have, the excess you have, 0.25 or 1/4 of an inch, and the rest of it on this point, and you have a perfect bustier. I'll connect this back to the waistline. I'll connect it back to the waistline. So as you see now, we are done with this dress. So I call this F1 and I call this F2. So I'm going to cut now and close up this is my yoke. All of what I have is my yoke. So it's actually a very simple upper bodice. The back bodice, as usual, is just your basic pattern. Okay, I don't like to illustrate on the back unless it's a complicated back. Okay, because as it stands right now, with your basic bodice back, you can sew this particular dress accordingly. And then you make necessary alteration on the neckline. The 1 inch we added, you also do that for the back, and that is that. So the center front line is going to be on fold. Please don't forget that the center front is going to be on fold. So when you are cutting, you need to have it on fold. So I'll just cut now, and I'm going to cut what I have on the front line. So you can see your dress right here. So I'll cut through the contour